Hey guys, welcome back to Crypto Skillet. In this video, I want to give you an update on the Survivor protocol. So the Survivor protocol is a newly launched project that I did a video about a couple of weeks ago when the project was still in pre-sale. Now, since launching, this project has really taken off and it's gotten a lot of momentum behind it, and the price has just been skyrocketing, as you can see here. So right after the pre-sale, there was a migration from the version 1 token to the version 2 token, and that took place on July 26th. Okay, and at that time, the price was right around $4.19. And right now it is at $8.53. So you can see over this course of the last 10 days or so, the price has just continued to rise, and it has gone up over 100% in that time. Now, some people might be wondering, well, is this just another pump and dump like what you see with so many other high APY rebasing projects? And if you saw my last video that I did about Survivor protocol, you'll know that they have some really innovative things in place to prevent these whale pump and dumps and to make the project actually sustainable. And judging by the amount of momentum that this project has already gotten so early on in its lifespan, it's clear that lots of people are really excited and really believe in these innovations that this protocol has developed. Now, in my last video about Survivor protocol, I went into the white paper and really did a deep dive about exactly how the protocol works. And in this video, I'm not going to go through all of that, but I am going to tell you about some important new announcements and developments within the project and highlight some key features that you need to know about if you're considering getting in on this very exciting project. Now, on this channel, I talk about a lot of crypto and DeFi projects, and I try to bring information about projects that seem intriguing or promising in some way, and this honestly is one of the projects that I am most excited about. Now, I am an investor myself. I got in on the pre-sale, and I believe this project has tremendous potential. So, as I've mentioned, this is a high APY rebasing project, but unlike most other rebasing protocols, Survivor has a tiered APY system. So basically, most other protocols either have a fixed APY or they have a dynamic APY, which can change, but in both of those cases, the APY affects all holders equally. So what the team at Survivor protocol have done is they have developed this system where everyone starts at the highest tier, which gives you 400,000% APY, and then anytime that you sell, you get bumped down a tier with a lower APY, and each time you sell, you keep getting bumped lower and lower through the tiers, and your APY just continues going down. So this is to discourage people from constantly selling at a high APY. Now, I think this is very, very clever, and they call this a self-governing APY because each individual investor can determine their own APY based on their own strategies and selling behaviors. Now, in addition to that, they also have what's called a Ration pool, and this is basically a weekly BUSD payout to the holders, and that payout happens every Sunday. And the way it works is, as long as you don't sell any of your HP tokens from Sunday to Sunday, you will get a BUSD payout. And so this is great because this allows investors to take weekly passive income without sacrificing their APY. Because remember, if you sell your HP tokens, your APY gets reduced and you get moved down to a lower tier. So with this Ration pool system, you still get BUSD into your wallet without having to sell any of your tokens and sacrifice your APY. So that's really cool. Now, the team have said that going forward, one of their main priorities is going to be to continue growing this Ration pool. So they also have plans to use a buyback wallet to do some stablecoin farming and send the profits from that to the Ration pool. They're also planning to work on a launch pad where all the profits from that will be sent to the Ration pool as well. Now, something that's interesting with this entire project is how gamified it is. And there's a lot of game theory that went into the development of this project. And so an example of how holders can use different strategies to achieve different outcomes with this is made clear by the way that this Ration pool system works. So because the Ration pool rewards are distributed according to what percentage of tokens you hold within your tier, some players might opt to use a multi-wallet strategy. Okay, so at first, there's going to be a huge number of people in the top tier, in tier tier 10. So the pool is going to be diluted. So some people might choose to use one wallet to sell some of their HP tokens so that they deliberately get pushed into a lower tier with fewer people, and that way they can get a bigger cut of the weekly BUSD payouts, while also having another wallet where they hold HP tokens and never sell so that they can keep reaping that 400,000% APY. Okay, and that's just one example. But one of the coolest things about this project is that there are choices that investors can make that will provide different outcomes depending on what they prioritize more. Okay, now they also have a 90-day jackpot, and that jackpot comes from the buy and sell taxes. And basically, anybody who gets in from the pre-sale up to day 60 is eligible for that jackpot, but it is time weighted. So the earlier that you buy in, the more of a cut of the jackpot you'll end up getting. Now, one other thing about the jackpot is that you must have purchased at least $250 worth of HP tokens. So it's not about how many HP tokens you hold. You have to have bought at least $250 or 250 BUSD worth of tokens in total. Okay, now another thing to mention is that right now the sell taxes are higher. And as I mentioned in the last video when I went through the white paper, for the first 2 weeks after the project launches, the sell taxes are increased to prevent pump and dumps by whales. And anyone who does sell will be paying a higher tax, which will further fund that 90-day jackpot. And right now you can see that the jackpot's total value is $13,457.92. And this is just going to continue going up because remember, it's going to keep growing for 90 days before it is distributed. So as more and more investors come into the project and more activity takes place in terms of trade volume, this is just going to keep increasing, which is really awesome to see. And now again, the price has been just skyrocketing. So there's tons of interest right now in this project, and for good reason. And another thing I really like about this project is that the team really seems to stay involved on their social media and on the Discord, and they put a heavy emphasis on their marketing efforts, which of course is extremely important for a project like this. And it seems like they really get that, and that's very encouraging to see as an investor. Now the market cap is quite small right now. It's 1.4 million at the moment, and I love getting in on small market cap projects that have really solid fundamentals and a really strong team, and that is exactly what I think Survivor Protocol is. So guys, it's still very early on for this project. I mean, Survivor Protocol is still in its infancy. So again, if you want to find out even more details about how this project works, I did make another video where I thoroughly covered the Survivor Protocol and went through all the tokenomics and the white paper and all that stuff. So if you want more information, I'll leave a card above, and I'll also leave a link in the description. And of course, none of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy on YouTube sharing my thoughts, experiences, and opinions. So always do your own research and invest at your own risk. Now, if you got value out of this video, do me a favor and smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. It helps out the channel, and it also helps to push this video out to other people who need to know about this information. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and make sure you hit that notification bell. That way you'll get notified anytime I post a new video. All right, guys, we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.